It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast, the drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
All right. After some time of deliberation, Colton and I are ready to start the podcast.
Yep. It didn't
Yay.
take us. It definitely didn't take us like 40 minutes.
40 minutes
to decide what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But
oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
It definitely did not take 40 minutes.
but we got something here. We're rolling with it.
Yeah, we are, and we're doing another kind of spooky episode, but we're also doing a tier list.
Yeah,
but a bit unconventional, something we haven't done in a long time. But I think it's gonna be fun. Basically, and I don't know exactly how we're gonna end up titling this, but it's already titled by the time you're listening to this. So
yeah,
good for you.
Yeah,
you know what the title is, but survivability or who we could beat up in a fight. Tier list.
Yeah, like our
Cryptids edition.
Yeah,
Cryptids edition.
Like our mascot tier list. But
Yeah,
with cryptids.
the one we did like an eternity ago. Yes.
I don't even know when that was. Yeah. When we were still recording in person.
Yeah, and we may or may not have thought of different ideas for this, and we'll probably be returning to this because I think it's a fun little exercise in our improv and creativity, and it's stupid, and that's kind of what we're about here.
Yeah.
And
it's very stupid.
But we love cryptids. We've done our cryptids episode. We're bound to do more, and this counts as one.
Yes.
So yeah, we have the tier list here, and of course, I'll post our ranking
after 5 years. We're returning to cryptids.
Has it been that long?
The last time we did cryptids was our first Spooktober, which was in 2020.
Wild.
So it's been 5.5 years since we talked about cryptids.
Finally returning to cryptids.
And this time we're going to see which ones we could beat up.
Beat up, yeah. And most of them would probably beat us up, but I don't know. You'll be surprised.
We're gonna use our imagination here. We're gonna
AI.
We're gonna be a little generous to ourselves, probably.
Well, I mean, and it's the two of us. It's not mono. It's not like could Jackson beat or could Colton beat one of these. It's the two of us, the Odd Drunk Podcast, as a unit.
Yes.
Okay.
Could the two of us together gang up on this poor little creature?
There's a rope tied to us. We can't, Well, I guess we could flank them. You know what I mean? We're the two of us, just the two of us. And
make it if we try.
Yeah.
We're gonna gang up on some poor helpless animals.
There's some that I'm like, I could definitely just topple that over.
Yeah.
And then some that's like that would eviscerate me.
General rule of thumb: we don't start with weapons. But I think fair game.
I mean, of course,
if in the imagined situation that we're imagining the fight in, if there is something we can get our hands on, it is fair game.
Well, let's set some ground rules. Let's
say this: where are these fights taking place?
Well, I think there should be two different scenarios,
right? On
our home turf and on their home turf.
Okay,
and then maybe like. If we want to get really creative, like a third, like neutral ground,
maybe the neutral ground is a cabin in the woods, right?
I was thinking just like a car lot or something,
like Power Rangers.
Yeah, just a
empty quarry. Okay,
Yeah, that's the neutral ground.
Okay, neutral ground, an
quarries,
empty
with
quarry.
rocks laying around.
On our turf would be like Jackson's apartment
Yeah, and
in the middle of the city.
Yeah,
On their
And-
ground would be wherever said
in Arizona,
cryptid
where
is native
most
to.
people most people are armed anyways. So, on our turf, we might have more weapons.
Yeah,
Really good chance.
and then
we'll
like
have more
on their
weapons
turf, it would be wherever this cryptid.
Well, no,
lives.
and it could also be on your turf too.
Yeah.
But I would say, let's just do the two options, just to. Well, who gives a fuck? We'll do the three things: their turf, our turf, and then neutral battleground,
Yeah.
and then we'll kind of hash it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we dive into it, I do need to ask. I'm just wondering.
What are you wondering? You little nosy little bitch.
Whoa, coming in hot there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Sorry, I'm being sassy
I would like
today.
to ask, what are you drinking today?
I'm drinking from Kroger sparkling water beverage.
Hey,
Also
good.
an old
It's
fashioned.
good in the summer.
Okay. I've mentioned it
Oh, it's
before.
one
I've
of
mentioned
the-
it before on the show. I just have
one?
I just have the one. It's a canned drink from Post Meridian. They make a few different little canned cocktails, and I like their old fashions. It's a good little single serving. I just brought
Post
home one
Meridian.
today, and they're pretty good. It's no nonsense. I think you know how a lot of old fashions.
I like no.
There's that style of old fashioned where you muddle the cherry and the orange into the glass,
Right.
and it's
yeah,
terrible.
the little-
But a lot of people have convinced themselves that is the way you're supposed to make an old fashioned. But this one doesn't do that. It's bourbon,
Look,
bitters, simple syrup, and orange zest. So
that's all you need, man.
it's a little on the sweet side compared
Okay.
to how I would make my old fashions at home. But for being pre-made, a single serving, so I don't have to buy a whole bottle of whiskey and all that junk. It's
Right.
good. It's pretty
a lot
tasty.
more cost effective.
Yeah. Well, also
And time efficient.
I try not to
You don't have
drink
to go through the
all the
trouble of,
time. I try not to keep a lot
Yeah.
of booze in the house these days.
Me neither. Here at the Odd Drunk Podcast, we've talked about this before, I think, and that's another reason why we have our spin-off, Morning Oddities, which could become Evening Oddities at this point. I see those released, but you watch in the morning. That's the idea.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't matter that
but
I'm uploading it at 1 a.m.
or that we're recording it at 10 p.m. I do like it. I do like the ones where we did record it in the morning every once in a while, or
Yeah.
in the
Because then we
afternoon on a Sunday.
that energy of I just woke up and
Like,
I don't know what I'm
man.
doing right now.
yeah. No, but a reason why we have that is so we're drinking less.
Yeah.
And also because to be honest, and for I guess you could say for as long as the show's been out, and it's not the only thing, but especially the last couple years, this show has been one of my primary reasons I drink.
Yeah.
I mean, I do drink. I'm not kidding myself though. I mean, I do drink outside of it.
Yeah.
But I will often go out of my way to buy a special beer or drink, and I will still, from time to time.
Usually
But right
these
now, I
days,
can,
if I actually bring home like a whole 6-pack or an actual bottle of something, it's for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't bring stuff home like outside of that. When I bring stuff home, it's usually a single serving of something.
Yeah.
So that I can just have some like a beer after work, and I'm not tempted to drink more, and I can just have the one.
We're getting older. We're getting a little closer to that 30 mark. And by the way, happy late birthday!
Thank you.
It's Colton's birthday as yesterday or 2 days ago, or a week ago, depending
When this
out.
releases.
It will probably release a week from his birthday, but but yeah, happy late birthday. But yeah, I've made some big changes for my health and my life, and one of those is cutting out a lot of alcohol. and
Yeah.
cutting out beer. And yeah, I've got some wine with me tonight. That's
Nice.
generally considered to be a healthier choice. It's even got some benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Antioxidants and all that
I
stuff.
considered
And
bringing home some wine tonight instead of the.
I've got that wine subscription
Oh yeah.
that I had a long time. I still have a ton of credits on it, like $300 worth. And so I got this one's called Forgotten Lore.
Ooh.
You probably can, but
Nice.
it's got like the Kraken.
Yeah, it's got a pirate ship on the front.
Ship. Yeah, pirate ship, and it's the sunken ship. Long ago, on a dark and stormy night, a ship from a foreign land approached the northern shores of California, carrying chests stuffed with treasure. The captain steered the ship through tall, crashing waves and maneuvered around dangerous rocks. Just when it seemed they might make it, the ship cracked in two and was dragged into the water by monstrous tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can kind of tie into this. The Kraken's a cryptid sometimes.
Yeah, sort of. I mean,
Or maybe not the Kraken exactly, but like giant squids and whatnot.
Yeah, giant squids exist.
They do exist. Yeah.
Squids are real, Jackson.
And I don't like that. I know we've done our phobia episode. And this is a bit of a tangent, but my girlfriend, I was talking about, there's the strawberry moon a few days ago, and like it was a really bright full moon, and it's been bright lately. And my girlfriend, and I knew this, but she reminded me that she does not like the moon. That's a little H.P. Lovecraft of her. It creeps her out.
Maybe
like she can appreciate the beauty of it, but just celestial bodies.
Well, maybe
maybe
the moon doesn't like her either.
Yeah, maybe conscious. But like the fear of unknown, like the ocean and outer space.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
I remember we talked about in the phobia episode. Like, I don't have I'm not. It's not like it's phobia in the sense of like how people legitimately have a crippling phobia, but like thalassophobia is like a thing that like freaks me out. It's not like a phobia for me, but it's definitely something.
And then there's astrophobia.
Yeah, it's definitely a reason I haven't played Subnautica specifically for that reason.
You have?
I have not.
Or you haven't.
I've avoided
you have
it.
Not. Right. Yeah. But anyways, but yeah, this wine's good. I mean, it's just it's a Pinot Noir, which for a while was one of my favorite wines. But I think right now I'm just kind of leaning. No, I like it, but I'm okay. But I'm just leaning to Cabernet.
Pinots are good. Pinots are good. They're on the lighter side. They're good.
It's lighter.
Yeah.
But sue me. I don't know, man.
No, Pinots are good. Yeah.
I like a good.
Where is it from, if I may ask?
Well, the whole California thing probably gave it away.
Oh,
most of Wink,
right.
My subscription service is from Wink, and they have like I've gotten like New Zealand whites and stuff, and I've gotten wine, fringe wine and stuff like that. But most of it that's with the subscription is from California, so it's not like
those damn Californians.
It's very basic, but hey, I'm basically getting free wine kind of free that I paid for a long time ago, and I'll take it while I can.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, and yeah, I've just got some water, some H2O.
Nice. Yeah. Water's good. It is the real
literally
adult drink.
Yes. It's literally 113 out there. And
oof. That's terrible.
It's a dry heat, but
it was like 90 degrees here in my town in Durango.
Literally going out there though, it's like an oven, and I was just running some errands, and it just drains it out of you. Like I'm constantly drinking water just to replenish energy. You have to. You should anyways, but especially around here, because summer is in full. It was a late start. Like it was actually nice the last couple of weeks, and then they just flipped on the switch.
Just very, very suddenly.
Just Arizona. Oh yeah, it's summer.
Yep.
It's Arizona. Yeah, it's,
It tricked you
anyways.
for a second there.
It did. Yeah, it seduced me. It allured me. Anyways, let's get into this tier list.
Yes.
So
A lot of these we'll know. Some of them we'll have to look up.
Yeah, we got the basic ones, and yeah, I know a lot of these, and the ones I don't know, we'll look them up, and we can, get some fun facts about them. There's a lot of Nessie copycats.
There's quite a few of those. Yeah, some of them are their own cryptids. Some of them are. There's a couple in here that I think are literally just different.
And there's a lot of different
Nessie.
Bigfoot variants.
Uh-huh.
So it's probably gonna be similar answers, but then there's cool, interesting ones, and we'll definitely go into detail about the ones we haven't really discussed before.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna just be like, oh yeah, we would kick its ass, or it would kick our ass.
No, we're gonna actually talk about the cryptids a bit. Yeah.
We're actually gonna talk about them.
I mean, we could,
because I don't think that would be an entertaining episode.
We could just go through and just be like Bigfoot. No.
Yeah.
Yeti.
Anyways,
no.
Let's get started. Get your
tinfoil
mouse
hats
and
on.
keys ready. Get your tinfoil hats on. First we have the most popular cryptid of all time, most well known. There's always a new sighting, and God, with AI, it's so bad now. Like you don't know when anything's real anymore, and that's a whole other topic. But anyways, Bigfoot, the man, the myth, the legend. Not a man, but maybe the missing link. That's the theories. This image is, of course, the original Harry Henderson. No, not Henderson.
Harry and the Hendersons.
It's not that version. Nope, that's Harry Henderson.
What? That really pisses me off.
And I'm in all caps. I'm not angry. Wow, you can never get... Why am I being... Why? Stop defaulting me to that. See, I never use my PC to, browse, really. I browse on my phone.
Harry and the Hendersons.
No. Just give me Google, bitch. Okay. The 1967, the Patterson-Gimlin film. Okay, tip of the tongue, right? The 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. That's the most arguably convincing. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
That's I know him, that actor.
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow, yeah. We could beat him up. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's got a shank.
He's going to play Dumbledore in the new Harry Potter shit. And
don't even get me started on that.
Anyways. He's being given a hard time about it.
Right.
Understandably. We won't go into it.
The Patterson-Gimlin original footage. Anyways, Bigfoot, massive, hominid, ape-like creature, said to be able to uproot trees, snap, trees, like toothpicks.
I've played the video game. I know what it's like.
Yeah, we've played the video game. Just ragdoll us. However, I think we could possibly... I think this version of Bigfoot in particular, the prime Bigfoot, the different variants I think are more animalistic and perhaps more defensive, territorial. I think this version, Bigfoot is always just goes his or her. This one could be a her because there might be boobies there. But Bigfoot always goes his own path. Like he will leave you alone if you leave him alone.
My favorite depiction of Bigfoot.
So fight him.
I learned this recently is that like Bigfoot is really a cryptid that goes back into pre-colonial times. Like there's myths and legends in native cultures about Bigfoot-like creatures, but they portrayed him pretty differently than like we portray him often now. And my favorite version of Bigfoot is the version that's like he fucks with you if you're fucking with nature, if you're not respecting your environment. And maybe that's why he's been meaner to us, because we generally, as time has gone on, have not been as nice to nature.
Right. But also,
like Bigfoot is not an antagonist. He's not an evil creature. He's just protecting his realm or whatever. That's my favorite version of.
And I think in like the Red Dead Redemption 1 version,
you eat babies.
You eat baby. We should pull that clip up.
Someone got what's his name, the voice actor, to yell that at a convention recently. I saw that.
It just whatever Joe Rogan's assistant is, can you pull that up?
Joe Rogan's assistant.
He says, "Oh, hey James, can you pull that up?" Or whoever the guy's name is. He's
Jamie?
always like, "Oh, can you pull that up?" Jamie, can you pull that up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Katya, you listen to Joe Rogan.
I just Googled it, yeah.
Oh, you Googled it.
I Googled Joe Rogan's assistant.
Jamie, yeah. Jamie, can you pull that up?
But yeah, oh, you got a thing, yeah.
You eat babies. You have to survive. Everyone knows that. Ain't your fault.
We eat berries and mushrooms. But we did. Now none of us are left. Some maniac's been murdering us.
I always felt so bad there.
Oh yeah.
Did that mission. Anyway,
don't feel that bad. They're eating babies, Jackson.
Eating babies. Right. But I think we could come to some kind of. I think we could reason.
Yeah.
I think we could reason with Bigfoot. I don't think we would have to fight Bigfoot.
Yeah. I think he would definitely kick our ass if he decided to.
If he decided to, but so I think I'm gonna put. I think draw simply for the fact I don't think we would have to fight him.
Yeah.
I think we could potentially.
We would just be like, hey, Harry.
Like if
Harry, we're just here to drink some beer and have a good time.
Yeah, like if we're out camping and we see Bigfoot, and we call him out and it looks at us. It depends how belligerent we are, right?
Yeah.
It depends where we are on that point.
Are we just a couple beers in where we're just like, hey, Bigfoot, have a drink?
Yeah.
Or are we like a whole six pack? Or are we like a whole six pack in where we're like, hey, Bigfoot, you big fucking nerd?
Right. Then we're hospitalized or bones. I don't think Bigfoot would straight up murder. No, then we're bones. But I would say draw or I would say draw.
I'd say draw.
I think Bigfoot could be. I think Bigfoot's more intelligent than that.
Yeah.
Than a lot of these.
He can be a little reasoned with.
Yeah, I'm gonna say draw. Okay.
Yeah.
Now Yeti, Bigfoot's eastern Himalayan.
Yeti doesn't seem as willing to.
Yeti is
to
tear you apart and fuck you up as soon as he sees you.
It's kind of like the difference between a grizzly bear and a polar bear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Polar bear, you see a grizzly bear, you're probably fucked, but you could maybe or like a brown bear and a polar bear.
Yeah.
Or a black bear.
Maybe you could.
Yeah.
Black bears can be scared away, but yeah, like
scared away.
Like a brown bear, maybe.
Brown bear. Yeah, but
maybe
like a
you
polar
stand
bear,
your ground and it goes away. Maybe it leaves you alone.
A polar bear is gonna eat you.
Yeah.
There's no other option. And I feel like Yeti is gonna eat you.
Yes. Yeti's gonna tear your fucking limbs off.
And I would say, oh, and the whole like different scenarios thing, I don't think it would matter with Bigfoot. I think we could reason
agree.
and we could. But anyways, Yeti.
He'd break down your door if he needed to.
Yeah, Yeti. Even if we had guns, even if we had a 12 gauge slug,
Yeah.
we're bones.
Yeah.
Okay, we're bones.
I agree.
Like I don't think there needs to be any more discussion there. Loch Ness Monster. Now this one we're at an innate disadvantage because it's a water
If we're fighting in its own environment,
in the loch.
in the lake.
Well, I assume we're on like a boat, but maybe we're just swimming. I don't know, just in our
Maybe.
swimming trunks in the loch. It's on the shore, having a couple beers.
I mean,
you know,
we don't know much about
having some kill.
Nessie.
Well, it's like a dinosaur. It's
They're
like a dinosaur, right?
yeah.
Or that's one of the theories, right?
Yeah. But they're like a dinosaur or a.
I would say I feel like with Loch Ness Monster, I feel like
No, I don't think they could get into your apartment.
no on our turf, curb stomp. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just gonna flounder and be like a beached whale. I mean,
Yeah.
on
it's turf.
we're bones.
So maybe it's just in
and
between.
a quarry also curb stomp. I would say we could survive because we don't have to get in the water, right?
That's true.
If we're already in the water, yeah, we're bones. But I feel like we could survive it.
Yeah, I think
because there would have to be a scenario, some kind of scenario in which we are already in the water, and then we're completely vulnerable, and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
So I think we could survive as long as we're not in the lock.
I think that makes
Right?
sense. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
I mean, because we have an inherent disadvantage if we're in its territory,
Yeah.
and it has a disadvantage if it's on our territory.
Yeah.
I've seen that Loch Ness Monster movie.
With the
They made one. Also, it's just a log sticking out of it's a whale dick. A lot of them are just whale dicks. And if that's the case, oh god, I don't even think about that.
then we're fucked.
Yeah. Next we have, and I actually visited the Mothman's headquarters in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Ooh, their headquarters.
It went to the Mothman Museum, where like all the big sightings happened back in the '60s, and the bridge collapsed, and the Mothman was seen, and saw it.
Right.
The Mothman, I feel like I don't think the Mothman's necessarily a killer. It's more of a harbinger of doom. It's more of a omen. It's more of a
And let's remember something.
Unless it's the Fallout version.
Let's remember the Mothman is ultimately still a moth.
Right,
And
just turn
thus
on
is
a lamp.
weak to all of the regular things that moths are weak to.
Yeah, it has all the moth weaknesses.
Like lamp.
Electric fly swatter, just a rather large one.
Yeah, we would need an extra large one, but I think.
But do you think we would? I don't think we would. I think we could.
I think.
Is this another draw, or is this? Do you think we could beat him?
I think we could beat him. I think we could scare him off at the very. We wouldn't like murder him, but I think we could scare him off.
If it was on like cool factor, on like if we were just ranking him on, just ranking him, he'd be S tier. Like if we were just doing a regular one.
But I think with
I don't think it's curb stomp. I think if we caught it, but it depends on like which version of the Mothman, because I can pull up some images, like different depictions.
Yeah.
There's some that would absolutely fuck us up.
Well, I think in general, if we had like
this version that the statue is, I got a picture there.
Yeah. Well, I think even
huge
that
talons and like
even that version, like if we had
and,
like a cattle prod.
Right. I think we could shoot it down with a 12 gauge slug.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, he's.
I think a good gauge is like, can we take it down with a shotgun?
Yeah,
And
like
I
he's
think we
Mothman
could,
is not used to engaging with people.
Right.
He's not that kind of cryptid.
Plus, you would assume if he has any moth physiology, very soft, hollow bone.
That's where I'm like maybe a cattle prod,
Right.
some really heavy duty fly swatters, maybe some raid.
Yeah, because Mothman's not known to be like a killer. He's like an omen, harbinger of doom type entity.
Yeah. So I think we could at least scare him away.
Not curb stomp. So maybe draw I
think he'd come to fuck with us, and then we would.
Because Mothman could also, with his vague reality warping ability, cause Final Destination shit to happen to us.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I think survive is more. I think
Maybe.
survive of Loch Ness, because he has vague, weird supernatural powers. They can't quite. He has out of the ones we've talked about. He's the only one so far that actually has supernatural power.
Right.
That has magic.
Yeah. Most of these creatures don't have magic.
No, most of them are just a creature that cryptozoologists think maybe could exist.
Yeah.
Or not. But yeah, that weird vague magic and the curse and omen thing, I think that also adds to it.
Yeah.
And
so maybe we would
factor,
we wouldn't win the fight, but we would walk away from it. We would survive.
Yeah, I think we could survive.
Maybe we need a little bit of first aid, but we don't got to go to the ER.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think we could survive the Mothman.
Yeah.
And I would say it also just depends on the exact scenario, but I think we can survive it. Next we have
the Flatwoods monster.
Yeah, the Flatwoods monster, which this is a fun one. I know a little bit. It's
I'm not
maybe
as familiar with it. I've heard of it.
It's like an alien or I guess we'll do the AI overview.
It
is good for this sort of thing. Flatwoods monster is a creature from another West Virginia one. There's a lot of good West Virginia ones.
Big shocker.
Which why Fallout 76 is in there. Flatwoods monster is a creature from West Virginia folklore, reportedly sighted in Flatwoods, West Virginia, September 12, 1952. Witnesses described a tall, shadowy figure with spade-shaped head and glowing eyes, often associated with bright object crossing the sky in a strange color. While the event sparked the U.S. Air Force UFO investigation, part of Project Blue Book, it's now suggested the bright light was a meteor and the monster was likely a barn owl perched in a tree. So we could beat a barn owl, but we're going with the actual version.
Yeah, no, could we beat the actual monster in a fight, whatever it is?
Description: witnesses described a 10 to 12 foot tall creature. Wow, I did not think it was that massive.
Yeah.
With a spade-shaped head, glowing eyes, and a dark, possibly metallic dress. Some reporting hissing sound and a strange color. Investigators,
sounds like a barn owl. 10 to 12 feet tall, metallic. I would know. I'm super into birding.
Let's see. Flatwood monster physiology. This is the Cryptids wiki. Levitation, radiation generation, sickness aura.
Okay.
So he's got aura.
So
fear inducement, enhanced/supernatural speed, enhanced/supernatural condition, alien physiology.
Okay, so its main power is radiation sickness.
Yeah, radiation, and I think that comes from Fallout. But
possibly, yeah.
He shoot lasers or something. Let's just assume he can.
This is a difficult one because it
It's an
seems
alien thing. It
seems
like
to
an
be
alien
one of those like
island.
people
Like a mech
just saw
suit,
something they thought was weird. One.
No, but we're going with the, you know what I mean. We're going with the version. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Flatwood Monster power armor.
Oh,
in
nice.
Fallout. That's cool. But he's yeah, that's just an artistic rendition. Okay, yeah, that's the original rendition. Yeah. So yeah, it's assumed that he's got like blasters, he's got radiation aura.
Yeah.
And a metal exoskeleton. So, survivability
Probably
low.
not. Yeah.
Very little to none if it's the like actual version of it.
Yeah.
And I would say
We're at minimum ending up in the hospital.
at minimum,
Yeah.
with radiation burns.
Well, yeah. If there's radiation sickness involved, then we're just gonna die no matter what happens to the creature.
Yeah, so we're bones. Yeah.
Yeah, we're bones on that. Yeah. I think
All
we're
right.
bones.
Now, if it's actually just a barn owl, I mean, I would never want to. But I mean, just
I think we could handle a barn owl.
a barn owl. Anyways,
Between the
Flatwoods
two of us, I think we could deal with a barn owl.
Flatwoods Monster, we bones. The radiation would get us, I guess. And I don't think we could do anything. Plus, if it's 10 to 12 feet tall, this thing.
Yeah, with a metal exoskeleton.
Yeah,
Little OP.
And if it's from a different galaxy, if it's an alien, I'm just assuming, firearms are irrelevant. Probably just bounce off,
Yeah.
Now, we have the Hopkinsville Goblin.
Goblin, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So here, the
Hopkinsville Goblin case,
Hops,
also known as Kelly.
Also, also a situation where it's likely believed to be an owl.
Of course.
I love how many cryptids are just like when you look it up, they're just like it was probably an owl.
But let's okay. Here's the quick report here, AI overview here. The Hopkinsville Goblin case. Reported close encounter of an extraterrestrial being near Kelly in Hopkinsville, Kentucky in 1955. Family claimed they were attacked by small goblin-like creatures with glowing eyes and silvery skin. Skeptics attribute that incident to misidentification, natural phenomenon, or hoax. Reported creatures, small goblin-like beings, 3 to 4 feet tall. So basically goblins.
Yeah.
Like, let's just say fantasy goblins.
Could we deal with a few goblins? I think so.
Depends how many. I mean, if it's just one,
one definitely.
One definitely. I think manhandle, not curb stomp. I think we could. I think we would do it. I think we wouldn't come out unscathed. I think we would.
Yeah.
I think.
I think between the two of us, we could handle
a goblin. But if it's
I think
a gaggle of goblins,
I think between the two of us, we would not come out unscathed, but we could handle 4 to 5 goblins together,
right?
Working together,
just our bare hands.
Well, I imagine we're allowed to use improvised weaponry of what's around us.
Yeah, if we're in the quarry, we got rocks and stuff. They can also do
if we're in your apartment, we've got kitchen knives, whatever.
Hey, I've got a sword.
I've got a couple swords. Yeah.
And I also thinking, one thing of like Oblivion goblins and like, yeah, sometimes they have like throwing spears and but it doesn't say they have that.
Yeah, there's nothing in this that says that the Flatwood monsters have weapons themselves. Or not the Flatwoods monsters, the Hopkinsville monster.
Wait, let's see their physiology on the wiki. Now, this is all made up shit to make them more OP and cooler, right?
Right.
Apparently they have advanced technology. That's vague. They have bulletproof durability. Invisibility, levitation, metal manipulation, small size. Okay, yeah, small size, and tapetum lucidum manifestation. What does that mean? The power to possess or generate tapita lucida in their eyes, just like felines. Eye shine creation. Oh, so their eyes glow. Is that what it means?
Yeah, it's because it was probably an owl.
Right. But if they have levitation, invisibility, bulletproof durability,
that makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with them.
yeah. But the original case didn't say that. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
That
The original case doesn't say anything about that shit. It just says they're little goblins.
But assuming that, I'll give them a benefit of the doubt and say, you know, if they have bulletproof durability, no, I think we could fuck them.
I think at least like
I'm telling you,
yeah.
Hey,
I think we could handle them.
I think we could handle them. I
Yeah.
think we could fuck them up.
Yeah. I think
Anyways,
so.
the Jersey Devil, nope. I just straight nope on that one. That thing
Yeah.
is satanic, dude. So
I mean, there's only one of it, and it's not that big.
well, let's see how big it's supposed to be and what it exactly is.
And you know, yeah, it's pretty scary, but like, you know, if we got like a baseball
Jersey
bat
Devil,
or something,
legendary creature. The creature is often described as flying biped with hooves and many variations. Common description is a bipedal kangaroo like or wyvern-like creature with a horse or goat-like head, leathery bat-like wings, horns, small arms, and clawed hands, legs with cloven hooves, and forked or pointed tail.
Well,
That'd be a strange, elongated body and
well,
thick
like
tail.
here's the important thing: they're not taloned
like
feet; they're hooved feet.
Yeah, and it could fucking kick your head in.
Yeah, but like, you know, how big
can
are
fly.
How big are
It
they
can
supposed
fly.
to be? Like, if we have like a baseball bat, could we give it a good whack to the head? You know.
Hey, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm also I don't think look at this version. Like,
Yeah.
That's like an oblivion monster. I mean, come on, man. Enhanced super strength, enhanced super speed, fearful scream, yeah, blood curdling scream, horns, and it can fly, and even if it's just the traditional version, the cloven hooves, it could just kick us in the head. Like a deer, like just a deer, like a buck, you would not want to get just a fight with. Yeah, you could shoot one, and I'm saying, yeah, a 12 gauge slug could probably take them.
Yeah.
So I think in particular situations, I would say we might have to recategorize some of these things.
I think he doesn't seem that tough. I think he looks scarier than he is.
So really, but we need weapons to beat him. So he's not a curb stomp, and he's not.
Well, like I
don't think he's a manhandle.
Look at this picture on Wikipedia, the traditional picture of him. He's got like these hooves and these two little arms, right? But he's
that was like drawn into.
But it doesn't look like he's got like really big dexterous arms. I figure like I could grab him.
Well, yeah, that version we could beat in the head with a baseball.
Yeah,
bat.
well, I figure like I could grab him and just wrestle and hold him while you grab a rock or something.
Yeah, just or half a brick.
A brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
just
right. I mean, I'll give us credit.
I think we could take him.
I don't think it's a curb stomp. I think it's a manhandle.
Oh yeah, I think
depending on the version.
I think we could manhandle the Jersey Devil.
I appreciate your gusto. Manhandle.
Because he doesn't seem
El
like
Chupa-
that big. Like, and he's not
El
like.
Chupa-
Oh yeah.
Okay, moving on. But I don't know. I think the fear factor would definitely be a part of it. And I think
Oh, look at
I
this.
think,
Look at this.
but it could fly, dude. It could
He's
fly.
he's
What if it's
assumed to be
flying around, we
between
can't
3
catch it?
feet and 7 feet tall.
Well, if it's 7 feet tall, that's
But like listen to this though. Like a large dog, a Saint Bernard standing on their hind legs is like 6 feet tall.
well, yeah. I could beat a dog.
Yeah, but
A pit bull. But I could beat the average dog.
yeah. So I'm just saying, like 7 feet tall. Yeah, but they're standing on its hind legs. It's just like a really big goat with wings.
Yeah. The flying part would be.
Well, that's why we would work together. I'm not saying I could take it alone.
Right.
You know, it would take one of us to grab him
Yeah.
and hold him down. You know, while the other one goes in to actually do some damage.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
So manhandle.
Yeah.
Manhandle. El Chupacabra, the real version. Okay.
No.
The actual Chupacabra, not the ones people think they see, which is actually after that.
The mangy dog. No, the
mangy
alien
dog.
Area 51 chupacabra.
Alien Area 51 with huge claws and spike. And yeah, there's different versions and whatever, but like this rendition here with the claw, it's like an alien dog, you know? It's like a
Yeah.
not the mange version.
Not a
That's just a dog.
not a Jolo dog.
Not a show. Yeah.
And that's that image isn't even a mangy dog. That's just a Jolo dog.
Just you're right.
Just a regular ass dog.
Right. Chupacabras literally translate as goat sucker. It is known both chupacabras and chupacabra throughout the Americas, with the former being the original name, the latter regularization. The name is attributed to Puerto Rican comedian Severiano Perez, who coined the label in 1995 while commenting on the attacks in the San Juan radio DJ. Reputed origin. 5-year investigation. Benjamin Radford documented 2011 book Tracking Chupacabra concluded. Description given by the original eyewitness in Puerto Rico was based on the creature from 1995 science fiction horror film Species. The alien creature still is nearly identical to Tolentino's Chupacabra eyewitness account, and she had seen the movie before her report. So it's just, you know, she saw the movie and then, you know. You know, is there actually any plausibility of it being real? No. 0 to none. But is it cool? Is it one of my favorite cryptids? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And is it not gonna? Because I'm on. I keep going back to Bing. Get me back on Google. Get me back on Google, baby.
Who do you think you are? Andrew Garfield in The Amazing Spider-Man?
That's what I feel like right now.
Could we beat the Chupacabra in a fight? No. Not at all.
Yeah, here's some more. Physical description. The creature is often described as a reptilian, kangaroo-like creature with spines and large red eyes. Other descriptions depict a hairless-like dog creature. But yeah, the actual the actual Chupacabra, no. It would eviscerate us. Now, do I think... honestly, even if we had a 12-gauge slug, even if we had an AR-15, I think it would be too quick. I think it would be too fast.
I don't think we'd be able to hit it.
Track down. I don't think,
And it would take it getting in arm's reach of us to just kill us immediately.
Yeah. Rebones with the actual Chupacabra. Now, the mange, just a dog with mange...
I think we could handle that.
We could curb stomp a dog with mange. We could handle that. What the actual Chupacabra sightings are. So yeah. Next, skunk ape. Okay, the third Bigfoot variant.
Yeah. I don't think they're as mean as Yeti.
Is the stanky one. Not as mean,
but they're meaner than regular Bigfoot.
Meaner than regular Bigfoots and stankier, definitely. Yeah. That's their whole thing. And they're the Florida version. So that adds a whole other layer, right? I think I don't think it's immediately bones like Yeti. I think it's hospitalized. I think we could maybe get away because I think it's also one that wants to be avoided like Bigfoot, but not as intelligent, can't be as reasoned with.
Yeah.
And also, I think the stench alone would be enough to beat us. Like, we wouldn't be able to even...
he doesn't smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a creepy-ass picture. Next, we have it's just a guy in a monkey costume, probably. Or just an actual monkey. Next, we have the Fook monster. I have no idea what this is.
It's a Bigfoot. Yeah.
It's another Bigfoot variant.
Yeah.
But
Arkansas.
I'm gonna look it up then,
I think.
because what makes it different?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Arkansas Bigfoot.
it's
So
just a Bigfoot.
similar to skunk ape. It's a similar situation. Creatures said to reside in Boggy Creek area in southwest Arkansas. I've been around there. The legend of the legend of Boggy Creek. Yeah, it's just another Bigfoot variant. Just a very hyper.
I don't know if they're
localized
supposed to be
variant.
if he's supposed to be more aggressive or not.
Similar to Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Tall, hairy, ape-like creature. Foul odor, maybe not quite as bad as skunk ape, but we'll just assume that it is. It's just another regional name
We'll put him up with Bigfoot, maybe.
And Arkansas, and you can't say Arkansas without having a little bit of a
without saying Arkansas.
Draw to it, a little bit of a draw. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think hospitalized for that one as well. Simply for the fact that it's basically the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Just a different name.
The Ohio Grassman. I am a little bit more familiar.
Bigfoot
it's another Bigfoot. Apparently, they are supposed to be more aggressive than Bigfoot.
More aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. It's on Monster Quest.
Oh. Monster Quest.
So, Ohio Grassman. Here's the Cryptid wiki. The Grassman, also known as Ohio Grassman, is tall bipedal hominid, stalks the woods of Ohio. I mean, it's in Ohio, so that already makes it like a crazier variant.
Yeah, that is true.
It reportedly very similar to Bigfoot. It seems to be much more aggressive than any Sasquatch species. If it's in the much more aggressive category,
kind of like the Yeti.
I don't think it's quite as big as the Yeti. It's pretty big. I mean, 300 to 1,000 pounds, 5 to 10 feet tall.
Pretty big. 5 to 10 feet. 5 to 10 feet tall, 300 to 1,000 pounds.
I mean, if it was a little one,
if
it was a little one, and we had a slug, shotgun slugs,
Yeah, but
victim known to kill dogs. Numerous unusual deer kills have been reported with just deer's liver taken and its legs twisted off. Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, he's gonna murder us.
It's right there with the Yeti. In fact, I'm gonna put it just right below the Yeti. And I'll put Chupacabra above the Yeti. I think we're more dead even with that.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Pennsylvania white Bigfoot.
I don't know anything about them other than they're a Bigfoot.
This is a very recent one. It's another variant. There's so many Bigfoot variants, it gets old. He's just the white variant. Maybe he's kind of more closely related to the Yeti. But I feel like he's more in the
Pennsylvania white Bigfoot.
Is there info?
Let's see. This is just calling it another Bigfoot. Like, it's literally just on the Cryptid wiki.
I would say it's just a draw
white,
then.
It's a white furred Bigfoot.
Draw. It would be right there with regular Bigfoot then.
Yeah, it's literally just another Bigfoot. Just a different sighting of one.
because as we have already agreed on, that prime normal Bigfoot isn't aggressive.
Yeah.
Naturally,
Yeah.
you have to provoke.
But they will fuck
Damn
you
it.
up if you provoke them.
They will fuck you if you do. Yeah. Next we have Old Yellow Top.
Old yellow,
Okay,
old yellow top.
what is Old Yellow Top?
Let me see here. I'm not familiar with this one. Old yellow top, Cryptid Wiki. It's a Sasquatch-like creature
There's too many of them.
that was sighted several times around the town of Cobalt, Ontario, Canada. So it's Canadian.
Oh, then
Um,
Panhandle.
alleged sightings have taken place over a 64-year period,
Oh wow.
with the first sighting in September of 1906.
Oh wow. Even I put it in draw category then. I mean, it's Canadian. That even gives us a better edge. It's probably gonna apologize to us if anything.
Yeah, it's
unless
probably,
it's from
probably not
Alberta.
going to be too aggressive with us.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I mean he might bump into us and be like, "Oh, sorry, sorry about that." You know.
A boot.
Now next, who is this guy? The wood booger.
Wood booger.
What is this, bro?
A Bigfoot-like creature
Oh my god.
said to roam the
Come up with
forests of
something
Southwest
original.
Virginia.
Can you please come up with your
It's
own
given its name
thing?
because often rumored to carry off young children, like the
We
Boogeyman.
look scary.
He's like the Bigfoot, but if he is, Bigfoot was the
Oh, he
Boogeyman.
steals children. He's the one that eats babies.
Oh my god, he's the one that John Marston was trying to kill.
Oh my god.
Ah,
So this one, I think, we're dead.
yeah, I think he probably would murder us. Yeah.
Yeah, if he eats babies. The Jacobs photographs.
Well, I
this
think I
looks
could
like
take on
another-
a photograph in a
Dumbass.
fight.
Yeah, we could curb stomp a photograph.
Yeah.
That's not a name for a cryptid. That's stupid.
Let's
Anyways.
see what they actually mean.
The Horny Island Swamp This is another Bigfoot guy. I can't read that. Wait, let me expand. I cannot read that.
The Honey
zoom
Island
in.
Swamp Monster.
Let me guess. He's another hyper-regional Bigfoot.
Let me see here. Let me see here.
We're finally about to get to some interesting ones again. We just have to get through all the...
Known as the
Region
Cajun.
specific.
Guess what else it's known as? It's known as the Cajun Sasquatch.
The Cajun Sasquatch. Okay. Is he known to be aggressive, or is he a raging Cajun?
Similar to
I'm just gonna
descriptions
assume.
of Bigfoot purported to inhabit the Honey Island Swamp in St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana. It's become a part of Louisiana folklore with many swamp tour companies capitalizing on it. Let's see. Description of it, it's a Sasquatch.
And we still got a while. He's another fucking Bigfoot. I'm gonna assume maybe he's cool. Maybe he's cool. Maybe we could party with. Maybe we could party with him in New Orleans.
It seems to
maybe
be
we could
that
go to
all of the actual sightings of him are non-aggressive ones. They're just people.
yeah, and maybe we
claiming
could
to see him.
maybe we could go down and have a couple drinks with him on Bourbon Street. All right,
Yeah, maybe
that would be pretty fun.
maybe
that-
he's at least a draw. Maybe we can be cool with him.
Be a fun one.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun. Yeah.
All right.
Finally, we get an original different thing. We got the Fresno night crawlers. All right. These are just like
yes.
walking pants. I've
Yes.
seen videos
Okay.
of them.
Fresno
And-
Nightcrawler is a let's see on this Cryptids week. The Fresno Nightcrawler is a variation of a Sasquatch. No,
No, it's not.
no, I'm just
Stop.
known as the Fresno Alien.
Fresno a cryptid creature whose existence not scientifically proven. Yeah, none of it. I mean, described as a pale, ghostly figure resembling a pair of pants with long legs.
Yeah, they're just pants with
Could-
legs. Or pants have legs. They're pants that are
Right.
walking by themselves.
Let's look at the cryptid wiki. Does it have any known abilities? Alien
Creature has also. Oh, this
extraterrestrial-
is fun. The creature has also been spotted in Yosemite,
really,
where the
That's
footage was
crazy.
taken from what appears to be another security camera.
Oh, I remember hearing about that when I was up there. Actually, I was like,
That's
"Ooh, what if I
fun.
see 'em?"
The Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Um,
They also like to sightsee on at Yosemite. I don't blame them. Yosemite is beautiful.
I don't think Yosemite is beautiful. I would sightsee there too.
I've been to Yosemite. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
I took a photo. I took a photo on my phone when I was there. I caught a rainbow going across a waterfall.
Awesome.
And I caught it on camera.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't like an edit. I didn't edit it. I just had the rainbow in there.
Nice. Yeah, the waterfalls were raging when I went down, like back in 2017 or something.
Yeah.
It was. It was awesome.
But
They've
anyways, been
the Fresno
sighted in
Nightcrawler,
Billings, Montana,
they've been seen in Poland as well,
and in Poland. They're all over the place. Jesus.
But mostly in California.
They're just pants, though.
Explanations. An alien, a new species, possibly a primate with short arms or no arms at all, a misidentified deer standing upright, pants or a puppet on a wire, a bird walking like a crane, a person wearing big pants and walking on stilts, a balloon tied to some sort of cloth with 2 remote toy cars as a feet. Let's just assume it's a weird alien thing or a ghost thing. If it's a ghost, then it's intangible. Then we're not beating it. If it's an alien, but there's nothing here that says it has crazy powers or abilities.
They're just walking pants.
It's walking pants, bro.
So if it's a ghost,
I'm pretty sure we could be a pair of pants.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So if it's just a walking pair of pants, we would curb stomp it. If it's a ghost, it'd be a draw because you can't curb stomp a ghost.
I think a cryptid can't be a ghost.
That's
it has to be
maybe we meet it in the middle and say that we would beat it but not curb stomp it.
I think we could beat a pair of pants, dude.
So maybe then we curb stomp it.
I don't think we're gonna have too many in the curb stomp category. We got to throw the easy ones.
So we got so far in the curb stomp category, we got a mangy dog. Some photographs.
The Jacobs photographs.
I like that we're not even investigating what the Jacobs photographs are. We're just like, we can beat some photographs.
It's a Bigfoot variant, but it says the Jacobs photograph.
Yeah, it doesn't say the Jacobs monster depicted in the photographs.
No,
it says the photographs.
I could rip them up. I could burn them. Okay, I could delete them off my hard drive. Fuck. Okay, easy. Easy mode, bro. Dover Demon.
Hold on. I got it.
You have to piss?
No. I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna prove to our audience how badass we are here. All right.
How so?
If my internet.
You're gonna do some curls or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna
do some push-ups.
Do some push-ups in the background. Okay. Oh.
I swear I made Google my primary search engine and it keeps defaulting me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was not looking at your screen. What did you just do?
Here we go.
What?
Here we go. I'm gonna save. What? I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that to my hard drive. Under.
Save what to your hard drive?
Photos. Okay. How do you screen share? Share your screen.
I'm kind of retarded.
Got him.
Okay. Okay.
What are you doing, bro?
Hold on.
This makes for great listening.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up.
What? That
Okay.
really pisses me off.
Okay. So you can see my files here. You see that?
I'm watching.
Pictures. Look at all these pictures I have. Where did it save to? Ah, here we go. This one here. That's the Jacobs photo. Delete.
All that effort just for that. Just for that joke.
Curb
He
stomp.
deleted.
Curb stomp.
he just live in person beat the Jacobs photo.
Curb stomped.
Believe it.
We did it.
Anyways, great. Yeah, the good for you. I'm glad.
Next time, if I had ink in my printer, I would print it out,
print it off,
and then light it on fire on camera.
Yeah.
And then set off my smoke alarm, and it'd be a whole problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next we have a lot to get through, bro.
Yeah.
Next we have the Dover Demon. Okay. Ooh. Now, this one kind of looks like an alien type thing.
I'm just somewhat familiar with them.
Yeah, I think we may have covered this. An alleged creature that was reportedly sighted in Dover, Massachusetts in April 1977. Witness described it as a small, slender creature with a large head, glowing eyes, and long limbs.
Just like a little alien dude.
Explanations range from hoax to misidentified animals like a moose calf or a snowy owl.
It's just a little alien dude. I'm not gonna go as far as to say we would curb stomp him because he might have some powers.
Yeah, or powers
or a gun.
Like a laser.
But in a straight up fight, he's not very intimidating.
If it's just him, like if it's just fisticuffs, we're beating this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we're allowed weapons, we don't know. I mean, but it's not. I don't think it's described as having.
I'm inclined to say
like a little alien gray.
The A tier. We would beat him. Not curb stomp him, but we'd manhandle him.
Manhandle it. Yeah. The Michigan dog man. This looks like a werewolf.
He is basically just a werewolf. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're dead. Unless we can get access to a silver bullet.
But I don't think a silver bullet is a reasonable thing to assume we would just have lying around because that's kind of our rule. Is if it's a weapon we might if it's a weapon we reasonably in real life could get a hold of pretty easily.
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
I don't know anywhere that would even sell me a silver bullet, let alone have one lying around.
Right, and we don't have a refinery.
They're pretty much a werewolf. Beast of Bray Road.
Is that what it said? I mean, do we have any fun lore on it?
Oh, the Michigan dog. I mean, he's a werewolf, pretty much. Well, he doesn't. Maybe without the turning in. He's just a werewolf without the transformation part.
Large bipedal creature, wolf-like head, a human torso. Yeah, just a werewolf without the turning.
Yeah,
it's just
a werewolf without the man part.
Without the man. Well, it's a dog man.
It's a dog man. Yeah. Beast of Bray Road.
Could we actually beat one?
I don't think so.
Unlikely. I think we're eviscerated. But I don't think it's like bones.
I mean,
I think it's more like, well, no, probably bones.
We would definitely at least end up in the hospital.
Yeah, hospital.
He's supposed to be
because it is Dogman though, not Wolfman.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be pretty big.
We could beat a dog.
Yeah, I could beat a dog, but not a dog man.
And we could beat a man.
Yeah.
So
not a dog man, not a dog man. Unless it's maybe like that new DreamWorks movie that came out that's Dog Man.
Oh yeah, we could beat him.
I can maybe beat him, but that's like a cop dog, not a werewolf.
Now the Beast of Bray Road. This looks like another werewolf variant.
From what I remember, he's pretty much like a werewolf. He's like Dog Man, but
werewolf like being.
Is he a little nicer?
Sighted in and around Elkhorn, Wisconsin, particularly along Bray Road. Is
he a little bit nicer than the Michigan Dog Man?
I don't think it's necessarily nicer. There's nothing that says it's like it's just been sighted. There's nothing that says it's like ran off and like killed any livestock or anything.
I said we put him just in a tier above Dogman, just because we don't know.
Yeah, we could maybe survive it. Yeah. Mermaids.
That's really vague.
Just mermaids.
What kind of mermaids? The fun, sexy kind?
I don't think it's the fun, sexy
The
kind.
kind of fucked up kind? Probably the fucked up kind.
Is my screen? It's the fucked up kind, I think. Or what's the skeleton one? The mummified version.
We could beat a skeleton in a fight.
But like an actual like if it's like the mythological mermaid or like a siren or something, I think we're in trouble. Especially like this is similar to the Loch Ness monster situation. I think we could survive it as long as we don't get in its domain.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. Their whole thing is they lure men into the water by being sexy. And
but this is not a sexy one. Do you not see my screen?
I have the same list pulled up. I can see the images.
Yeah, this is not.
And also, I'm getting married in a few months. I ain't being tempted by no fucking mermaids, dude.
I ain't being tempted either. I'm very dedicated. To my,
so I'm gonna say I ain't gonna fall for their tricks.
So I'm gonna say, fuck you, mermaids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna manhandle you.
Yeah.
In the water or not. Base, yeah.
Yeah.
The Owlman.
Yeah, they're just like British Mothman.
British Mothman. I think we could beat British Mothman more than we could beat regular Mothman.
I agree.
So draw, I guess, by default.
The Loveland Frog. The Loveland Frogman.
Frogman. Okay.
I've heard of this one. I'm not super familiar with them.
Well, we have technology, Colton.
You mean an encyclopedia?
Loveland Frogman. Let's see. The Loveland Frogmen. Just a life-size frog. I mean, a human-sized frog.
Okay, I will say this.
Bipedal frog.
Have you ever met a frog in real life?
Have I met? Yes.
Yeah. If you've ever looked them in the eye,
Brody.
You look a frog in the eye.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've looked them in the eye. That's a weird
they
thing.
look at you like they want to eat you.
Right.
And the reason is because frogs
like
will eat anything that will fit into their mouth. And that frog, anytime you meet a frog in real life and they're looking at you, they are thinking, if I was big enough to eat you, I would eat you.
I would eat you.
So I think the Loveland Frogman sounds terrifying because it sounds like a frog that is big enough to eat you. And would absolutely do it. What's
that?
I think he'd be a pretty tough opponent at the very least. Because he would try to eat us.
Yeah, it'd be like the fucking basilisk in Dark Souls. It would just eat us up, man. And suck up all our humanity.
I think the only hope we would have is frogs.
And they have super jumping, long tongues, super fast reflexes, possibly poisonous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe frogs do tend to have actually kind of slow reflexes.
Well, I'm thinking of like poison.
Oh, I'm just thinking frogs in general. Like they don't just.
Yeah. Like domestic North American frogs.
They're kind of like take their time and kind of stare at you and then try to eat you. So like maybe that would be your one hope, but I think I'm not super hopeful against the frogman.
Sightings. These amphibious anomalies have shocked and terrified businessmen, farmers, and police officers. That's very specific. Police officers. Right. Yeah. One of the most intriguing cases encounters of the Loveland Frogmen or Loveland Lizards, story of unique creatures of May 1955 in lonely stretch of road. There's the Miami River to Claremont County, just on the outskirts of a small town known as Loveland, Ohio, of course.
Ohio. Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot from there.
It's a weird place.
Officer in question described the creature as being 3 to 4 feet tall and weighing an area of 50 to 75 pounds. Oh, that's little, though.
I think here's my...
I thought it was going to be bigger than that.
Here's my thought. I think we put it in survive. Because I think it would get one of us.
You'd think it would get one of us.
I think it would get one of us, but then while it's trying to mouth and swallow the other one, one of us could get away. So I think one of us would get
I'd
away.
be shanking it with my pocket knife.
I think one of us would get away completely unharmed, and the other one would die.
Okay, we have a lot of these to get through. Holy
let's
shit!
this
move. Might be a two-parter.
Let's move. This
is
move
gonna be
quickly.
a two-parter.
Let's move
It's gonna have to
quickly.
be a two-parter. It's gonna have to be a two-parter. We haven't done one of
The
those.
Mantis Man. I don't know what that
I
is,
think-
but mantises are terrifying, and if it was,
I know we
life-sized.
I know we had the time. Well, let me see what time I'm at on my thing.
I have
What's our time at?
an
Here.
hour and 20 minutes ish since we started the actual episode.
Okay, let's cut it off at like 2 hours.
Okay.
Hey Google, set a timer for 40 minutes. I got things to do. This is gonna be a two-parter. This is
That is okay.
too much,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
This is a massive list.
The Mantis
Okay,
Man.
Mantis Man.
I don't know anything
Okay.
about the Mantis Man, but if there was a mantis that was man-sized, that would be terrifying.
Mantis Man. Mantis Man is a roughly 7-foot tall bug-like creature that has been reported in Hackettstown, New Jersey, near the Nemaskanatog River. Kong River. That's a long river. The cryptid mostly resembles a praying mantis, which is why it's called Mantis Man, but it's unlikely to be related to the Mantidae order. It was first sighted in 2002. The odd thing about the two sightings is the fact that both men were out fishing and saw it near a body of water. Praying mantises don't usually spend their time in water. They usually spend their time on leaves and in the forest.
Well, if you're
mantises-
man-sized, you can't spend time on leaves.
Right.
So it probably had to adapt. Jesus.
Sightings. Unlike the two on Monsters and Mysteries in America, there was in fact another sighting of Mantis Man. The police report tells that another person, Mr. Strickler, saw the Mantis Man on the riverbank. I saw something strange a few weeks ago on the Mekong River near my home near Hackettstown, New Jersey. I was driving home from the drugstore in Newburgh Road. As I drove near the bridge over the river, I noticed to my left something. I thought a fisherman standing in the river just off the south bank. I slowed the car and looked closer. It wasn't a person. It was transparent, with a weird shape. Moved slowly towards the bank and into the trees. I drove further so I could see coming out of trees. Was the last I saw of it. It was tall, 8 feet or so. It had long, thin arms hanging off of it. The color was pale brown. I could see through it. Head was small compared to the body. I mean, mantis will often, decapitate their mate after mating.
Yeah, they're
And-
pretty. If there was a man-sized mantis in general,
That would be
terrifying.
terrifying.
Yeah.
However, I think a shotgun slug would tear right through it.
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
paper mache.
Yeah.
Like paper mache. Especially if it's like transparent in sight.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, just with our fisticuffs,
Oh,
I think
it would.
it would take. I don't think it would be like a curb stomp on either part. I think we could take it. I think we could, because I think we could break it.
Yeah. Maybe a
Like, grab one of
draw
the arm,
in general.
Yeah, I think with weapons at our disposal, I think we could manhandle it,
Yeah.
or perhaps curb stomp it. Just fisticuffs, I think, would be more like a draw. I think it would win with fisticuffs. I think draw. In general.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna get even with fisticuffs. I'm gonna give us slightly more credit.
Okay.
If we got a hold of a rock or something,
Oh yeah.
or tree branches, or anything in our surroundings.
Give it a hard
I
time.
think
Definitely.
mess it up. But then again, it is a big, giant praying mantis.
It
Cheap to draw.
It would just decapitate us. Next up is
maybe survive at best.
Yeah.
Survive at best. But my kind of gauge here is like, could we beat it if we had guns? You know what I mean? The ones down here, I absolutely not.
Yeah, quite a few of them I think we could beat if we had guns. But, like, we don't always have guns on us. You know?
No.
Like...
the Goat Man. Let's get through... Here, how about this? Instead of having an arbitrary time...
Yeah.
Let's get through these... The Goat Man all the way to the Orange Cody. And then we'll call it. How about that?
The Orange Cody, which was...
It's right after the Delois ape.
Oh, yeah.
If we can get through those, then we can do the rest in part 2. How about them apples?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Plus, we don't have to plan for another episode, so that works for us, right? All right, so the Goat Man.
How magical is the
I've
Goat
heard.
Man?
I know about how magical is he? Well, I think he does have like some supernatural. Well, he's a big giant goat man.
Yeah, he's exactly
So
what he sounds
not-
like. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly, and
Some,
he's
like-
in GTA 5 apparently.
Because I'm just like a big goat man, no magical abilities. I think the two of us. It wouldn't be a curb stomp, but I think we could take him. But does he have
I don't know,
supernatural
bro.
shit going on?
I think we'd be kind of fucked up. Just a regular goat, I think we'd be kind of fucked up.
just a regular.
I don't know, man.
The Odd Drunk
They're
Podcast
freaky.
versus a regular goat.
They're freaky, bro. Have you ever seen The Witch?
That's true. It's true. Yeah.
It killed Ralph Ineson.
Yeah. But
Okay?
that was like Lucifer though.
Gored him. Yeah, but still,
That
it
was like
gored him, and I
Lucifer
think-
taking
I
control
think
of
the
a
Goat
goat.
Man is like a demon, like got some well, let's read about it.
Yeah, but we have knives.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Goat Man, okay. In May of 1971, I feel like this would have started even longer than that, but okay. May of 1971, University of Maryland student George Lizama completed an undergraduate folklore project on the Goat Man that was later added to the Maryland Folklife Archives. In Lizama's paper, the Goat Man was said to be located on Tucker Road in Clinton, Maryland. Later the same year, reporter Karen Halsler discovered Lizama's project in Maryland Folklife Archives and reported on the Prince George's County News in October 1971. This time placing the Goat Man near Fletchertown Road in Bowie, Maryland. Additionally, this report covered the theory that Goat Man's origins can be traced to the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. The Henry A. Wallace Beltsville Agricultural Research Center, BARC, is a unit of the United States Department of Agriculture Research Service. Okay. While Goat Man's stories originated in the early 1970s, some of his legends are set in the late 1930s, with Prince George's counties following disappearance or deaths of multiple dogs. Yada, yada, yada. Graffiti reading that there was Goat Man here. The creature is commonly described to have a human face with the body covered in hair. However, descriptions differ on whether Goat Man greatly resembled a hairy humanid or a human with a lower portion of goat, similar to the fauns of Roman mythology. So can we beat a faun? I mean, I think probably.
Mr. Tumnus.
Especially the two of it. Yeah.
Can we beat up? Can we beat up James McAvoy?
A satyr or faun. I mean, yeah, I'll give us credit. Like with a couple baseball bats each.
Yeah.
Against one. It's the Goat Man, not the Goat Men.
Exactly. Yeah. Just one big dude with a goat head.
Take a look at that.
What is he doing?
The Greeks were horny. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think we could beat it. I think we could manhandle it, perhaps draw. I think we can beat it. I think we can beat it. The two of us. I think we'd be.
Yeah.
Lizard Man. Lizard Man. All right.
So I think this is referring to
Spider-Man?
the Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. Which is, if you look up Lizard Man Cryptid, that's the one that comes up.
Okay.
I think that's what this is referring to.
What's it all about?
Otherwise, it's a vague, just lizard person. Which
I'm
is,
assuming.
there's a lot of those.
Okay, maybe we're not going to make it. Let's make it to the Oklahoma octopus. How about them apples?
Okay. It's said to inhabit the swampland of Lee County, South Carolina. First mentioned the 80s, reported sightings and damage attributed to the creature yielded a significant amount of newspaper, radio, and TV publicity. Blah, blah, blah. Where's stuff about sightings? I want to find sighting stuff. Here we go. It's supposed to be 7 feet tall, extremely fast and powerful, capable of ripping. Where did that go? It just disappeared behind an ad.
Capable of ripping. As a mine.
Thing disappeared behind an ad. Ripping open cars with its bare hands.
Okay, we're kind of toast then. We're toast.
Yeah, we're toast.
If it can rip cars open with its bare hands, sorry. That sounds like a type of creature that even a 12-gauge slug wouldn't take, if it can do that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. If a 12-gauge couldn't take it,
that's
it's
like
definitely fucking us up.
That's like Hulk level.
Yeah.
I would say we're bones on that one. I
agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds like kind of maybe a chupacabra is like a cousin of the chupacabra.
Yeah.
Okay, now the Ningen, or is it the Ningen?
Ningen.
This kind of looks like the Walking Pants guy, but
this is the Japanese cryptid that's the whale with arms.
Oh, whale with arms.
Or with legs, depending on how it's depicted.
Legs. And it's in Antarctica. Well, Ningen is a cryptid that is located in the oceans of Antarctica and southern Asia. Several appearances and is at least 20 to 30 meters long.
Oh my god.
So this motherfucker is a kaiju almost, okay?
That's fucking massive.
It's huge. It has many appearances. Just to put it in perspective, hey Siri, how many feet is 30 meters?
God, you don't know your
Well, I know, but just it's 98 feet.
98. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it could be 100 feet tall, basically.
Yeah, that's a kaiju.
Are long. Ningen has been described as being humongous, blubbery whale-like creature whose smooth, pale form vaguely resembles the head, torso, and appendages of a human being.
Yeah.
Certain report eyewitnesses said mermaid-like tail rather than two hind legs. So some reports say it's like bipedal. Some say it's like a big.
I don't think there's anything we could do to this thing.
Like, look at this artistic rendition.
Yeah.
Like, I think land, sea are not.
I think
we're bone.
It's bone and
this thing won't even notice us.
Yeah.
He's chilling. He's a chill guy. Look at him. And he's kaiju sized. And he's not going to notice us. Nothing we can do. We're bones. We're dead. Next, this one looks cool. He looks like the not Swamp Thing, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
The
from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada.
All right.
Ooh, I was there last year. says 1972, two teenage boys claimed to see a monster emerge from Lake Thetis Lake Beach.
Nice.
Description of the creature that the teenagers give matched the description of the Gill Man from the 1954 film The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
So basically, could we beat the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Uh,
I don't think we're immediately bones.
yeah, I think it would still. It'd be
Tough
difficult.
stuff, though.
It'd be pretty tough.
Do you think we could survive? I don't. I think we're hospitalized at least.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll give us a little credit because it's not kaiju size or anything, and it's not like it's at least human size, so I think we at least have a chance. But I think we're hospitalized. Yeah. We're definitely maimed. We're definitely not getting out of this. We're not going to win.
I agree. Yeah.
Next, we have the infield. Why do I keep pulling that up? Next, we have the infield horror. Okay, and I think we've talked about this one. But it's been so
we
long.
have talked about this one. Yeah.
Let's refresh.
Enfield, Illinois.
Yeah, that's very, yeah.
It's
this- Okay,
it's
so
it's basically a little freaky guy.
yeah. So Henry McDaniel encounter. What Henry found to his terror was a creature that had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, and pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall and was grayish colored. It was trying to get into the house. Henry was completely mortified by the sight of the horrible apparition, slammed the door, and rushed to grab his .22 pistol and flashlight. Henry proceeded to fire the creature 4 times, according to him. When I fired that first shot, I know it I hit. The beast hissed at him. Most sources say it sounded rather like a wildcat. Proceeded to bound away in long leaps across it. Yeah, we can fuck this thing up.
Yeah, it's a freaky guy.
It's a little just freaky guy, yeah.
But he's not indestructible or anything.
No, and I think we could curb stomp this fucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think the two of us
12 gauge slug
teamed up.
Just boom, you're gone, brother.
I think so.
Next we have the Grafton monster. Okay.
I am
the
not
Grafton
familiar with this one.
Well, we're about to be
Grafton
familiar with it.
Oh, big guy.
This was in Fallout 76.
Yeah.
It's a huge. This is another like. Yeah, this is a pretty cool one actually.
Yeah, 9 feet tall, 4 feet wide. Seal-like
White
skin.
Yeah. Monster has no discernible head. Grafton monster's head rests in the middle of his chest.
Yeah.
In West Virginia.
Big dude.
June 16th, 1964, Robert Cockerell got off work at a local newspaper publication, Grafton Sentinel. At 11 p.m. and journey home, he drove down Yates Avenue along the western banks of the Tiger River. He turned a curve in the road and encountered a Grafton monster, describing it as a huge white obstruction with slick white skin and no head. He rushed home terrified and called his friends Jerry Morris and Jim Mauser to accompany him to investigate the scene. There was no sign of monster, but the grass trampled where it once stood. And a low whistling sound followed them as they investigated.
I don't think there's much we could do to this guy.
No, that's the Fallout 76 version. Which that's cool. I mean, I wish that game would have had a good launch. You know, I need to try it again.
There's
the fact that it's
cool ideas.
so online centric is like,
yeah.
But I like that it has all the cryptids in it. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
just don't. I don't think there's much we could do to this guy. I think he.
No, I don't think there's. I think we're bones.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, there's not. He looks like a big concrete slab, like.
Yeah.
Just like a wall. You know, I don't think there's. Yeah. Next, we have the Grunch Road monster. This guy looks like a little reptilian little fucker.
This says he is an alleged chupacabra sighting in New Orleans.
Oh, so just another chupacabra variant
Just another chupacabra variant.
in New Orleans? Yeah, then we're dead.
Yeah.
Mongolian, some big worm.
Mongolian.
Oh boy.
I don't know what this one is. It's from the worm from Doom.
Is that basically what it is? Mongolian death worm. Creature less exists in the Gobi Desert. Investigations. Animals based short story Olgi Kroki by Russian paleontologist, science fiction writer Ivan Yermov. Written under impression of Andrew's book.
It's said to be a large reddish worm up to 5 feet long.
Oh, so not Dune.
Yeah. It's like
Not
the worms
1,000.
from Dune, but if the worms from Dune were like just a large bug.
I think we could slice them up, like the scene like in the King Kong movie.
Yeah.
Well, then again, it did fuck up Andy Serkis. Like it got on his arm and like it started swallowing him up.
That's true, yeah.
I think I don't think we're immediately bones. I think we could survive. I think hospitalized at least.
It sounds like this is one of those cryptids that's like an actual like cryptid in the sense of an actual animal that some people think
Could be real.
exist
Right, yeah.
rather than like a monster.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Next, we can speed through these. Maybe we can get through more than I thought. We had a lot of Bigfoot variants. Now here come the Loch Ness Monster variants.
Yep.
We have the Moki Membe.
I feel like most of the Loch Ness Monster variants are going to go in the same place because it doesn't really matter how aggressive they are.
Wait a second. This one isn't a Loch Ness Monster.
Ooh.
This one is just a Brachiosaurus.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Basically, it's just a dinosaur. It's just a long-necked dinosaur.
Aren't they pretty
in
cool,
the
though?
Congo.
Like, I mean, we wouldn't be able to beat
They are
one.
cool. No, they are cool. It's the Mokele Mbembe is typically described as a large reptilian creature of long neck and tail, resembling a sauropod dinosaur. It's just a long neck, like Brachiosaurus or something, or Brontosaurus. There's not much we could do that. I don't think they're
Like, it
herbivores. I don't think it would just kill us, but it would definitely could just step on us and we're dead.
Yeah.
So I think we could survive because we could just maneuver.
We could just
and
run away.
avoid it. And
Yeah.
I don't think it would really pay much attention to us as long as we're not a threat to us. I think it wouldn't care. It would just keep eating its leaves and whatever. And we would just be like, wow, that's cool. It's like Jurassic Park. And we would take some pictures. So I think we would survive.
I think
fine.
so. Yeah.
Champ. That's the another Loch Ness Monster variant.
Yep.
Located in Lake Champlain, if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is in Canada and part of New York and Vermont.
Yeah.
Again, just don't go in the lake.
Just don't go in the lake.
Survive.
Cussy.
Or Koozie, yeah. Again, this one, same scenario. I'll look it up just so but again, I think this one is just the same scenario. Just don't go in the lake, and we will survive. If it's on our turf, we curb stomp it, but in general, we survive.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a Japanese one, so that's cool.
Cressy.
It's in Lake Kusharo.
Ah. Nice.
Kusharo.
The next one, Cressy. It's in Newfoundland.
This one I'm gonna assume
big
is a
eel.
Nessie very. Oh, it's an eel.
It's a big
okay,
eel.
that's a little That's a little different. That changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, because it has like electrifying powers.
And this one first reported in Native American legends. It's a little older, but it's just a big eel.
Again, I think this one, maybe we're being a little rude to the water-based ones.
They're kind of just all like it. Just don't actually get in the water.
Wait, it can manifest. Wait, it's a nocturnal female. If nocturne. Wait, no, that's a different one. That's a different one. Yeah. But it's yeah. I mean, I think just don't be in the water, and I think we're all right. We can survive it.
Yeah.
Next we have Morgwar.
I don't know this one.
Again, this looks like another Nessie one. We're getting into the ones that are a little harder to find here. Okay, here we go. Morgwar. According to legend, creature first appeared in Phineas Point in 1975, having trunk with very long neck and black and brown skin like a sea lion's. Some versions of stories say the monster appeared after German submarine U-28 torpedoed the British merchant ship during World War I. Described as 60 feet long, shaped like a crocodile, 4 webbed feet, and powerful tail.
Oh,
well,
big
in
crocodile.
That case, we're fucked.
Yeah.
In that case, we're fucked because it can get on land and chase us, and it's a crocodile. If it's like that, then we're fucked.
Then we're absolutely fucked. Yeah.
Okay, that's the first like Nessie variant.
That's actually we're boned. Yeah.
This one also looks like we're boned. The Bear Lake monster.
Bear Lake monster. It's in
just from the looks of it, it looks
near
like we're
Bear
boned.
Lake at the Utah-Idaho border. From articles written by Joseph C. Rich. From Mormons, it's a Mormon.
Oh, it's a
monster.
Mormon cryptid.
Let's see here.
Whoa.
Cryptid Wiki. I know the Cryptid Wiki is
biased.
Yeah. Oh my God. I just got to point out the Cryptid Wiki points out that Joseph C. Rich, a Mormon colonizer.
Uh-oh.
It specifically says he's a Mormon colonizer.
East of Bear Lake is
which seems like
described...
aggressive language, but I kind of appreciate it.
Right. East of Bear Lake is often described as being at least 40 feet long, with short but powerful legs. So it's another crocodilian.
Then we're fucked on that one too.
Or alligator type. Yeah, we're fucked on that one.
That one's gonna murder us.
The Oklahoma octopus. Now this is one that I never heard of.
Oh, I was about to say that's from your neck of the woods, from where you.
Yeah, and I'd never heard of it. And I heard of it after I, basically not after I left, but I like looking into cryptids and stuff, and I was like, huh, weird. Never heard of it. I guess it's more of like a very regional thing.
Yeah.
Not like all over the state, but the Oklahoma octopus. Lake Thunderbird, Oologah Lake. I've been there. Maybe I have. I don't know.
So you've been in close proximity.
But no physical evidence exists in the case of the Oklahoma octopus. Many points at a high mortality rate and large number of unexplained drownings in Oklahoma lakes as a clear sign of its presence. I think it's just people drinking on their boats and just doing stupid shit.
Just getting drunk and being stupid on the lake. How big is it supposed to be? Because I'm just like, is it just a regular fucking octopus?
Right. If it's just a freshwater octopus. The Oklahoma octopus is most likely a cephalopod, more specifically an octopus according to the description of the creature. That would make the Oklahoma octopus the only freshwater dwelling cephalopod species. This would not make this animal entirely unique, as numerous members of typically marine aquarium sharks live in freshwater environments exclusively, including the Ganges River shark. Some skeptics doubt the existence of such an oddity. However, octopuses have been recorded, at least for brief periods of time, in freshwater environments. One such case involves a common octopus being caught in Lake Conway in Falkworth County, Arkansas. The animal was most likely a released pet. A pet.
Okay.
Wow, of course they would have a pet octopus in Arkansas.
So it's just an octopus
that survived
then.
long enough. It's just a regular octopus.
Okay, I think we could curb stomp a regular ass octopus.
Yeah. I mean, the suction cups could maybe hurt us.
I'm just saying, like,
bit.
a regular, they're not that big, they're not that durable. A large
Regular.
octopus, absolutely not. That would be the opposite,
Yeah, if
and
it's like
we'd be
a kraken,
bones.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it said it's like 100 meters large and
but just a regular ass octopus, like, I'm sorry, they're crafty little bastards, but like,
they're crafty, slippery.
like, just like a good, stomp with one of my like steel-toed boots.
That'd probably get it.
That would probably get it. Yeah. Next. Ooh, I know this one. I don't know how it's pronounced.
Maybe manhandle. I think manhandle because it would be hard to be
Yeah.
slippery.
It would just be it'd be like a Three Stooges sketch where we're just the two of us just slipping around with an octopus.
Maybe it would end up being a draw because we couldn't get a grasp on it.
Possibly, yeah.
All right, let's continue. I'm gonna pour a little bit more wine.
Nice.
Also, for the next episode, I see the bat squatch at the end there.
And that is, I'm pretty sure, the image from the Rogue Brewing can.
It sure is.
Like, you can see Rogue on the back.
I'll have to get Rogue Brewing then for the next episode.
Yeah, I'll see if I can track down that one. I know we carry Rogue. We carry the Dead Man Ale at my shop, but we don't carry a lot of their other stuff.
All right.
Up next, I don't know how this pronounces, but I know this one, though.
Oh, you know,
because it's like a Scottish-Irish folklore thing.
The Dobar Chew.
Dobar Chew.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that's... it's a giant otter.
Oh, you talked about this one.
Yeah, it's a giant otter. Let's see.
Like, how giant are we talking?
Like, let's see. Described as half dog, half fish. Giant, resembles a giant otter. It's supposed to be 10 to 15 feet long.
I think when it gets to a certain size, I think we're pretty much just bones.
Yeah, and otters, if you know anything about otters, they're generally friendly, but like, they're also like pretty nasty too. What they want. I think it's Irish, not Scottish.
Okay.
Oh, this says Irish and Scottish. So, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say we're pretty boned on that one. Like, or maybe if we're lucky, we're just hospitalized.
I don't think it's immediate like curb stomp, but I would say hospitalized if we're lucky. This one you've covered. I remember the beast of Guvadon.
Jevedon.
Jevedon, yeah. Sorry, French.
This is one of my favorite cryptids because it was real.
Right.
We don't know what it was, but there was something actually killing people.
And it was killing people, and they hunted it and killed it, right?
Yeah. Eventually, they killed it, and the body that we have is basically just a large wolf. But there's a bunch of theories on what it might have been. Maybe an escaped hyena from some rich person's zoo or carnival or something, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's
when was it set loose?
Oh, I don't remember when this was. Before the French Revolution. 1700s?
It was... (1764) and 1767, sometime between.
Right.
Attacks covered cover area spanning 90 by 80 kilometers. Have said to have been committed by one or more beasts of tawny russet color with dark streaks, stripes. Yeah, it could have been like a hyena or something.
There's a bunch of different theories on it.
Said to attack with formidable teeth and claws and appeared to be the size of a calf or cow and seemed to fly bound across fields towards its victims. These descriptions from the period could identify the beast as a young lion, striped hyena, whoop, large dog, or a whoop dog, although the identity is still subject to debate and remains unsolved to this day. Kingdom of France used a considerable amount of wealth and manpower to hunt the animals responsible, including the resources of several nobles, soldiers, royal huntsmen, and civilians. Number of victims differs according to source. In 1987 study estimated there had been 210 attacks, resulting in 113 deaths and 49 injuries.
Yeah. There's some theories that it might have been an escaped lion of some kind.
Yeah. I mean, I think with modern weaponry, like I said, with some 12-gauge slugs, 12-gauge shotguns, we could take it. With our AR-15 or something, if we acquire that, or hell, even some Glocks.
Yeah, whatever
However,
it was probably a real animal, like not like some monster.
Otherwise, without firearms, without guns, I do not think we could take a lion or a hyena whatsoever.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
without guns. But it's not a we boned situation. It's not. I think it's we could survive it.
I think we might be able to survive it. Yeah.
With modern technology, with modern firearms, I think it would make, because it would be much like for me. I can go buy a gun right now with no permit in Arizona.
Go to Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get ready with some prep time, I think we could manhandle it. We could,
But the question isn't prep time. The question is
just a spontaneous thing.
As is.
I think as is. I think we could survive, maybe hospitalized.
Yeah.
I think as is hospitalized.
Because it probably wouldn't be able to get into your apartment.
Right.
It's clearly just a large animal.
I think we could survive it. We could survive it. Okay. Next, this one just looks like a big cat.
The Mingwa.
Mingwa.
I'm probably mispronouncing. It's a mysterious creature sighting in Tanzania, described as a gigantic gray feline the size of a donkey. So it's just a big cat. I think this is one of those. It's in the territory of the cryptids that are not monsters, just claimed sightings of strange animals.
Yeah.
People forget that the platypus was once considered a cryptid.
Right.
I think it falls into the same category as the Beast of Gévaudan. A big lion type creature. I don't think we could take without firearms.
Yeah. I think we could survive. I think there's no definite answer. I think we could survive. I think we could survive. Next we have the Nandi bear. Now, is this just a bear? If it's just a bear, I've survived bears. I've survived bear encounters.
I've encountered bears in real life.
Yeah. Which is to say, now I wasn't in a serious situation with a bear where the bear wanted to fuck me up, but I've encountered them.
Yeah, in my situation, it's mostly been the bear getting into a dumpster.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and the bear goes, oh, and I kind of keep my distance and it runs away.
Yeah. So not in East African folklore, the Nandi bear is a creature said to live in East Africa. It takes its name from the Nandi people who live in western Kenya, in the area the Nandi bear is reported from. It's also known as the Kimosit, the Kirit, the Kodaleo, or I'm not going to try to say that, or Duba. Description of Nandi bear is a ferocious, powerfully built carnivore with high front shoulders, over 4 feet tall, and a sloping back. Stories of Nandi bear state it's a fierce nocturnal, stands on hind legs, and can kill animals. Nani people call it Kari. Local legend holds that Nani bear has reddish hair, long feet, and is said to scalp people.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, oh boy.
Uh,
I mean, this just comes down, can we fight a very aggressive bear?
no.
No.
And,
Even
honestly,
with guns.
yeah,
Even
bears
with guns.
large bears are notorious for, like, not just any gun is going to take it down.
Yeah, 12 gauge slug, sure, but you better hit in the right spot.
Yeah.
And
You got to hit it right.
To be honest, I think we bones.
I think
on
I
that one.
agree on that one, yeah.
You got to respect bears, okay? Seriously. Next we have the Beast of Bladenboro.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right.
North Carolina.
We're getting into like the beast here, like the they could be
refers to a creature responsible for a string of deaths amongst Bladenboro, North Carolina, animals in the winter, according to witness. It was likely a wildcat species, so it's probably a cougar.
Again, I think this falls in the same category as the Mingwa. I think we could survive it potentially.
Witness described a creature that was sleek, black, about 5 feet long, killed a dog.
Phantom big cats. This is another one that I've heard of. I think it's like big cats that got loose in like England or something, or like somewhere where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah, a lot of these I think are like where we are right now is large cats that were probably escaped from either zoos or private people who were not supposed to be having them.
Wait a second. This might be something different. I'm not sure if I found the right thing that this is referring to, but I typed in phantom cat are known as alien big cats.
What?
Phantom cats, also known as alien big cats, are large felids which allegedly appear in regions outside the... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. They're alien because they're in areas where they shouldn't be. They're alien species. Yeah, they're...
Because as we all know,
invader species.
Any time that
the alien means.
Anytime that
So,
animal that shows up outside a native habitat, it's automatically an alien.
Yeah, that is true.
Over here in Durango, we have alien kangaroos.
Right, that's crazy. They would fuck us up, but I think we could, with guns and, with proper planning, I think we could survive it. There was a guy that beat the mountain lion, that tried to, get him. But then again, with mountain lions and stuff like that, oftentimes it's too late and you're already dead and it's got you by the throat. So I think we could possibly survive. I would say, I'll just put it in that category. It just depends. It's the context. The beast, the bottom more. This looks like a similar situation. Another big cat that shouldn't be where it is. Big black cats stalking Baltimore and Cornwall in the United Kingdom. Yeah, just like panthers.
Apparently,
like
because I'm also looking at the Beast of Exmoor, next one here. Also, is probably just some large cat that was loose in the UK.
Same situation.
Apparently, because the UK doesn't have like large cats that are native at all.
Oh,
Anytime a large cat escapes from captivity, it becomes a cryptid.
Right. Okay, this one looks fun. Gorp,
yes.
The
Ozarks and Appalachia.
Is it a Bigfoot?
It's a ground sloth-like cryptid.
Or
slothfoot.
Ground sloth.
It's often called.
Slothfoot.
That's fun. Is he friendly?
If it's like the land sloths, like in prehistoric, like Ice Age times, I think we're pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Those things are huge, if it, but he looks small.
Apparently
he's just
also
a
seen in
sloth.
San Jose, California at one point in 2019.
Okay. I mean, if it's just a sloth, we could manhandle. I mean, I wouldn't want to though. I think it would be a draw by attrition. I think we want it. It would just move so slow that we wouldn't have to do anything. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sloth.
How big are they supposed to be?
Not a lot of information.
Supposed captive ground sloths.
So it's just a sloth, a regular sloth. Corpus slotha is ground sloth-like cryptid that's been reported in the United States, principally the Ozarks or Appalachians. Alleged ground sloths reported from North America, including Nevada, California, Georgia, and sometimes known as the Gorps. Slothfoot.
Cryptid wiki. See. I know the cryptid wiki exaggerates things, but they're cryptids, so who cares?
Wait, slothfoot, a cryptid creature said to resemble prehistoric ground sloths. Oh, then we're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah. But are they friendly?
Right.
Because maybe,
I'd
like,
say-
like Bigfoot, if Bigfoot's angry, we're fucked. But, like, we said Bigfoot, though, like,
Draw.
default Bigfoot.
Then draw then.
It's a draw because
And I'm still going to assume it's slow.
regular Bigfoot is not necessarily going to try to murder us.
Yeah. So, draw. Then.
Yeah.
Ringdocus. Or Ringdosis. Or Ringdocus. Oh, bless you. That was quite the sneeze. That was quite the sneeze there.
Thank you. A mysterious wolf-like creature that was shot in Montana.
It was shot.
So it's dead already.
So it's dead.
So
So,
we curb stomped that shit.
dead. It was shot.
Uh,
The Andean wolf. Another wolf one.
uh,
Oh, wait. Is this an actual... No, it's just a...
it's a South
It's real.
American canine that was falsely labeled a wolf.
So it's...
This is just a real animal.
What? So it was once a cryptid, I guess. Like the platypus. Wait, it's in the cryptid wiki.
Oh, it's not
Any
like
whoop,
it's not like,
unrecognized canine. It's unrecognized.
yeah, it's not proved to like be a real species. It's just there was once a canine that someone mistakenly thought was a wolf in South America.
Any whoop pelt is likely to be from a domestic dog, possibly even a crossbreed of some sort.
So it's probably just a wolf. Or I mean a dog
Or a
that
dog.
like someone thought was a wolf.
Curb stomp.
Yeah.
Delois ape. Now this one has some history to it.
But it is dead.
It's a complete hoax, and it was dead in the picture. And
It is interesting. It's
yeah, I mean it's a huge hoax. I'll read about it real quick. So Louis Fernand Hector Deloy was Swiss oil geologist. He is remembered today for the claim that he discovered a previously unknown primate, the Lois ape, during a 1920 oil survey expedition in Venezuela. The identity of the animal he photographed has been established with considerable confidence to be a spider monkey, and the identification as a new species is generally regarded as a hoax. He died of syphilis in 1935. That's all they have to say about him. Between 1917 and 1920, Delois and his men were searching for oil around the River Tara and Rio Contatubo and Venezuela Colombia border in South America. The mountainous region, the Serrania del Paria, was heavily forested and that time was inhabited by the dangerous Montolone Indians. Dangerous, quote unquote, it has in quotes. One day, while Delois and the crew were resting near the Tara River deep in the jungle, 2 monkeys suddenly stepped out of the woods, screaming and shaking branches. They were holding on to bushes, walked upright, and then broke off several branches, waving them like weapons. When the monkeys threw their own excrement at the terrified Delois and his exhausted companions, they grabbed their guns and fired at the more aggressive-looking male, but killed the female. The male stepped aside, the wounded, and disappeared in force. So they just shot him, fucking assholes. Since Deloy and his people had never seen such large monkeys, he wanted to preserve the carcass. When Deloy finally returned home with the only remaining evidence, a picture he had placed on his travel notebook, he basically forgot about his encounter with the unknown monkeys. Years later, his friend, French anthropologist George Montadon, flipped the pages of Deloy's notebook and discovered a photo. Although Professor Montadon was familiar with most of the monkeys discovered to that day, he had never seen one like that in Deloy's picture. He speculated that the large monkey in the picture is a very human-like creature, had no tail. It was just a mislabeled, misinterpreted. It was just a hoax. It's not a cryptid, just a spider monkey.
Those are my favorite cryptids.
And it's already dead. It was already shot. Yeah. So it's curb stomped by default and sad. Now the orange Cody, this is the one we said we would end on.
Yeah. This one, I pulled up some stuff on it while you were going over that.
All right.
Cool. So what it is, it's a Kotai, or Koti, I don't know how you pronounce it. They're real animals. Sometimes they can be orange. They're usually brown like a raccoon. And a guy one time said that he saw one that was really big. That's it. That's literally it. They're a real animal. And they can be orange. They're usually not. They actually live in your neck of the woods sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Their range is mostly South America and Mexico, but can go up into like Arizona, New Mexico, up to where like your neck of the woods.
That's cool.
And I even found.
So it's like a raccoon type.
It's a raccoon type animal. I even found someone on Reddit saying that there was one in their yard in Phoenix.
Wow. Maybe I run into. Oh, they're adorable. I don't want to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight it.
They're just little guys. They're like raccoons.
Yeah.
And they might not normally be orange, but they absolutely can be orange. And I guess the cryptid version is a guy claimed to see one that was twice the size as a regular one. So that's all. It's just.
I'm adding a new row.
Those are my favorite cryptids where it's just like, no, this is just a real animal that you just don't have good spatial awareness.
Add a row. I'm adding a row, Colton.
We ain't gonna fight this one. I don't want to fight this one. 'Cause they're just little guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's gonna be.
Here, I'm sending a picture in the chat here of this person found one in their yard in Phoenix. And they said, what do? I don't want my dog to attack it.
Make peace / cute, just cute little guys.
Yeah. This person on Reddit says, unless it seems sick or rabid, leave it alone. It'll go away.
Cool.
Like they're just like.
Why is that an encrypted thing?
They're just, because at one point, some guy claimed to see one that was twice the size of a regular one and was orange.
Well, I'm sure there's a bigger one.
But apparently they can just be orange.
Right.
Like they're not usually orange, but they can be.
Right.
Like, there's actual pictures of orange ones out there.
Coyote Mundi in
Look,
my yard in Phoenix. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe I'll see one of those guys. That's cool.
Look, here's another. Nope. This is a picture on National Geographic Kids of orange ones.
Oh, they're cute little guys.
Yeah. They're like raccoons with longer snouts and longer tails.
Long tails.
Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to fight
They're
these
just cute
little
little
guys.
guys.
They're minding their own business.
Yeah.
And they're real.
They're real.
Most importantly, they're not a cryptid. They're
I
a
think that's a good
scientifically recognized species.
Right. I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick little snippet of this, so we don't lose all our progress.
Remember where we were.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll favorite this page, but I don't think it's gonna save what I put. But I took my snippet, so we're good. Anyways, stick around for part 2. We're gonna obviously do another morning oddities, or maybe we'll just get around to this. But
We'll see.
we'll see how we feel. Anyways, stick around for part 2 of hey, cryptids, can we beat them? I don't know, or whatever we're gonna
I
call
like that
it.
name. Cryptids, can we beat them?
Cryptids, can we beat them? Anyways, yeah. Stay frosty, be good to each other, and we'll see you next time on the Odd Drunk Pod.
Yes.
Cheers.
PBRs are actually not as bad as I thought.
And thanks, Dad, for sitting in with us that whole time and just
waiting
enjoying
for
your
that
PBRs.
moment.
Yeah, and just waiting. Yeah, he's been sipping on some PBRs this whole time because they're not that bad as he thought. Anyways,
yes.
see you next time.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive.